Good afternoon, and you'll notice that I am not in the Caldwell Cigar Studios of Euless, Texas. I am not in the humidor of Michael's Tobacco of Euless, but I am here at the historic J.C. Newman Cigar Factory in Ybor City, Tampa, Florida. This was the absolute center of the cigar universe during the early 1900s and well into the mid 1900s, but has since moved on and has since become other things. You know, you used to be able to see, if you went outside the store, you could see factories for as far as the eye could see. Now they've been turned into lofts, storefronts, even a storage unit center. So here stands today, where I'm standing right now, the J.C. Newman Cigar Factory, the longest lasting and oldest cigar factory and oldest cigar company in the United States. It all started here, in this barn. There's a photo of this barn where the original J.C. Newman Company started in Cleveland, Ohio, a barn in Ohio, before it eventually moved to Tampa, Florida. But before that, they actually moved in, they created a big cigar factory called the Modern Sanitary Cigar Factory. And this was still in the Midwest of the United States. And the reason it was called sanitary was the Newmans actually became one of the first cigar manufacturers to actually not use, as scary as this sounds, not use saliva when they were putting the caps on cigars. They developed at the time, it was well beyond any technological means to use a vegetable gum that is now used in every cigar factory in the entire world. And at the time, saliva was a big thing, so sanitary became this iconic thing for the J.C. Newman Cigar Factory and for cigar fans the world over. Historic brands have been outlined in all of these unique shadow boxes illustrating different eras of the J.C. Newman Cigar Factory company and cigar company and factory, excuse me. Iconic brands from John Carver, Student Prints, which is right behind me. You'll see that some Cleveland Indians were gifted box of Student Prints cigars after hitting home runs. It was considered the cigar of Cleveland. And other brands that you know today. Brick House. That is the original Brick House label. Imagine 3 for 10 cents. Those were the good old days, right? El Baton. Other names that you've probably heard that are only kind of mentioned in old movies, all from the historic J.C. Newman Cigar Factory. And here's where it finishes up, right here in Ybor City, Tampa, Florida. And just to take a little peek, and now they are doing some renovation here at this historic factory where they're going to be doing a lot more things, and this museum is going to become even more deserving of all of its heritage. The factory is still running. Coop and I got to go upstairs just a few moments ago and experience some of what they're doing, including actually viewing a rolling the new cigar, the American, made by J.C. Newman in conjunction with Jeff Borshwitz of Florida Sun-Grown Tobacco. So 100% American tobacco made right here in this factory. Hand-rolled premium cigars. And it's all right here. This is the historic clock that sits on top. This is the, I'm going to totally butcher what it's called, but basically this is the machine that makes it go. There's a historic clock that sits on top of this building. There's a photo of it up there as well. And the original face is actually right behind us. The original 1910 clock face. This was actually knocked down because of a hurricane. We are in Florida after all. And the new face was replaced, was actually added on now, and that's what sits up there. And so, all this history, everything is right here, and it has absolutely just been mind-blowing. We've only spent just a few minutes here, and we've already learned so much, already seen so much history. And if you are a cigar fan of any kind, come on down to Ybor City, Tampa, Florida, and experience this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful historical lesson and the tradition that J.C. Newman set out in Cleveland, Ohio, over 100 years ago. So, for everyone out there, I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'm Barry Duplessis in Ybor City, Tampa, Florida, at the J.C. Newman Cigar Factory. We'll see you next time.